Hey everyone, ready for a deep dive into the Jurassic period?
Always.
Awesome. Today we're heading to the Sichuan Basin in China.
Oh, a fascinating spot.
It was teeming with dinosaurs back then, and we're focusing on some of the top predators.
Sounds exciting. Which ones are we talking about?
The Metriacanthosaurids. They ruled this ancient landscape.
Ah, the Metriacanthosaurids. Powerful creatures they were.
Definitely. But before we get into the specifics, I think it would be helpful to set the scene a bit.
I agree.
Can you paint us a picture of what the Sichuan Basin was like during the Jurassic period?
Okay, so imagine this. Around 170 million years ago, the Sichuan Basin wasn't the landlocked area it is today.
Really? What was it then?
It was submerged under an ancient sea.
Wow, a complete underwater world.
It was. But over millions of years, tectonic shifts, specifically something called the Indocinian movement, slowly lifted the basin.
So those shifts pushed the water back and created dry land.
Exactly. And as the water receded, a lush forested environment emerged.
So we're talking about a complete transformation of the landscape. That must have had a huge impact on the evolution of life there.
Oh, absolutely. This dramatic shift is reflected in something called the Shaximiao Formation.
The Shaximiao Formation.
It's a layer of rock packed with dinosaur fossils, a true treasure trove for paleontologists.
It's like a time capsule from the Jurassic period.
You got it. It gives us a glimpse into this unique ecosystem that flourished in the Sichuan Basin. Think of it like the famous Morrison Formation in the U.S.,
Right, I've heard of that one.
but with its own distinct set of dinosaurs, of course.
That's incredible. So this Shaximiao Formation holds the key to understanding the rise of our stars today, the Metriacanthosaurids.
You could say that.
Perfect. So let's dive into these Metriacanthosaurids. The name itself sounds pretty impressive.
It does, doesn't it?
Can you break it down for us? What kind of dinosaurs are we talking about?
Okay, imagine a powerful, meat-eating dinosaur built for speed and hunting.
Okay, I'm picturing it.
They were theropods, the same group that includes the famous Tyrannosaurus rex.
Oh, wow. So these guys were related to T-Rex.
Distantly, yes. But these guys came much earlier, millions of years before the Tyrannosaurs ruled the Earth.
I see, the ancestors.
You could say that. They had strong legs, sharp claws, and jaws filled with teeth designed for tearing flesh.
So they were the top predators of their time.
Oh, absolutely. Apex predators.
I can already picture them stalking through those ancient forests. Were they similar to any other well-known dinosaurs?
They do resemble the Allosaurus in some ways.
Allosaurus, that's another big predator, right?
Exactly. Another fearsome predator from the Jurassic.
Okay, so kind of like the Allosaurus of Asia.
In a way, yes. But Metriacanthosaurids had some key differences.
Like what?
Well, for one, they had these longer spines on their vertebrae, hence their name.
Metria for moderate and campus spine, right?
You got it. You might also come across the term Sinraptoridae, which is an older name.
So basically the same group of dinosaurs, just different names.
Exactly. Sinraptoridae is now considered synonymous with Metriacanthosaurids.
Gotcha. So longer spines and a different name. Anything else that sets them apart from Allosaurus?
Their location. While Allosaurus roamed North America, Metriacanthosaurids seemed to prefer Asia.
Ah, so different continents had their own unique dinosaur populations.
It's a great example of that, yes.
That's amazing. It really shows how evolution played out differently around the world.
Absolutely.
So we've got these impressive predators roaming Jurassic Asia.
We do.
Are there any superstars in the Metriacanthosaurid family that we should know about?
Absolutely. One of the most iconic members of this group is Yangchuanasaurus.
Yangchuanasaurus. Okay, now we're talking. Tell me more about this Jurassic superstar.
All right. Picture a creature stretching up to 10.8 meters long.
Whoa, that's huge!
It was, and it weighed over 3.5 tons. That's bigger than an African elephant.
That is massive.
Yangchuanasaurus was one of the largest predators of its time, a truly awe-inspiring animal.
Wow, that's incredible. Are there any good fossils of Yangchuanasaurus that can back this up?
We're incredibly lucky in that regard. The type specimen, the fossil that serves as the reference point for the species, is remarkably complete.
Oh, wow. So we have a good idea of what it looked like.
A very good idea. This is especially true for the skull.
So we can see its impressive jaws and teeth.
Exactly. And it's truly a star attraction at the Zhejiang Dinosaur Museum in China.
I bet. I always love a good discovery story. How did paleontologists stumble upon this incredible fossil?
It's a story with a dash of drama. Back in 1979, a sudden rainstorm in Chongqing washed away some soil in a vegetable patch, revealing some intriguing fragments.
A vegetable patch? You're kidding?
Nope. Turns out, these were dinosaur bones.
Talk about being in the right place at the right time.
Right, and paleontologists quickly realized their significance.
So a chance rainstorm led to one of China's most significant dinosaur discoveries. That's wild. Did this one discovery uncover the whole Yangchuanasaurus skeleton?
Not the complete skeleton, but a very significant portion.
Still an amazing find. What do they call this particular Yangchuanasaurus?
This one was named Yangchuanasaurus shengyuensis.
Yangchuanasaurus shengyuensis. I'll try to remember that. So, with a nearly complete skeleton like that, paleontologists must have been thrilled. What can this fossil tell us about how Yangchuanasaurus became such a successful predator?
Well, let's start with that impressive skull.
The one we can see at the museum.
That's the one. It's incredibly massive and powerful, with large openings that would have housed strong jaw muscles.
It felt like it had a bone-crushing bite.
You bet! And those teeth. Some of them could reach up to 11 centimeters long.
Whoa! 11 centimeters? That's longer than my thumb.
Exactly. Serrated and curved, perfect for slicing through flesh and bone.
It's no wonder Yangchuanasaurus was at the top of the food chain. What other secrets does the fossil hold?
Well, take a look at the size of its eye sockets.
The eye sockets. What do they tell us?
They're large, which suggests that Yangchuanasaurus had excellent vision.
That makes perfect sense. You need good eyesight to be a successful predator.
Absolutely. Crucial for tracking and ambushing prey.
Especially in those dense Jurassic forests.
Exactly. And let's not forget about those powerful legs.
Right. Strong legs for chasing down prey.
Precisely. The structure of its limbs suggests that Yangchuanosaurus was a swift and agile runner, capable of chasing down prey over considerable distances.
So we have a big, powerful predator with a bone-crushing bite, sharp teeth, excellent vision, and it's fast. This dinosaur sounds like a preview of T-Rex.
You're right, there are some striking parallels. Although separated by millions of years, both Yangchuanosaurus and T-Rex filled a similar role in their ecosystems, that of the apex predator.
Wow. It's truly remarkable how evolution produced such similar yet distinct predators across vast spans of time.
Isn't it?
This brings up an interesting question. Did Yangchuanosaurus hunt alone or in packs?
That's a great question, and unfortunately, the fossil evidence doesn't provide a definitive answer.
Oh, man. So another Jurassic mystery.
It's one of those mysteries that keeps paleontologists debating and searching for more clues.
I bet. It's incredible how much we can piece together from fossilized bones.
It is.
But there's always more to learn.
Always. And our journey into the world of Metriacanthosaurids is just beginning.
Oh, there's more.
Yangchuanosaurus wasn't the only member of this fascinating family. There were other fearsome predators that roamed beyond the Sichuan Basin.
Really? Other Metriacanthosaurids. I can't wait to hear about them.
And stay tuned.
I wouldn't miss it.
Welcome back to our Jurassic journey.
I'm ready for more Metriacanthosaurid action.
Excellent. Last time we were discussing Yangchuanosaurus.
One of the giants of the Sichuan Basin.
Exactly. But they weren't the only Metriacanthosaurids around.
Oh, right. You mentioned other fearsome predators beyond the Sichuan Basin.
Let's journey northwest to the Xinjiang region of China.
Okay, what's waiting for us there?
That's where we encounter Sinraptor donkey.
Sinraptor, another impressive name.
It is, isn't it? It's a close relative of Yangchuanosaurus, but with its own unique adaptations.
So how does this Sinraptor compare to Yangchuanosaurus? Was it bigger?
Well, Sinraptor was a bit smaller than Yangchuanosaurus, estimated to be around 7.5 meters long.
Okay, still pretty big. Bigger than a car, for sure.
Oh, absolutely. But what's really intriguing about Sinraptor is its skeleton.
What about it?
It suggests that it was even more agile and built for speed than Yangchuanosaurus.
So, a leaner, meaner hunting machine.
You could say that. It likely relied on swift pursuit and ambush tactics to take down its prey.
I see, so a real speedster. Did Sinraptor live in the same kind of environment as Yangchuanosaurus?
That's where things get even more interesting. While they were closely related, Sinraptor called a different ecosystem home.
Oh, what kind of environment was that?
The Shishugu Formation in Xinjiang.
And what was special about that?
It was known for its harsh, desert-like conditions.
Wow, a desert environment. That's a big change from those lush forests of the Sichuan Basin.
It is. Metriacanthosaurids must have been a pretty adaptable bunch.
Adaptable indeed. So
Right.
we've got Yangchuanosaurus in the lush forests and Sinraptor in the harsh desert. It really shows the diversity of these predators.
It does. And there's another fascinating story related to Sinraptor.
Okay, I'm all ears.
It involves what we call the Peace Yangchuanosaurus, or Y. hepengensis.
Peace Yangchuanosaurus. That sounds kind of ironic for a fearsome predator like that.
You're telling me. This particular specimen was initially classified as a Yangchuanasaurus species.
Oh, so they thought it was a Yangchuanosaurus at first.
Exactly. But now, many paleontologists believe it was actually a type of Sinraptor.
A case of mistaken identity in the dinosaur world.
It happens, but getting back to the name peace,
Yes, what's the story there?
the name Heping, which means peace in Chinese, refers to the district in Chongqing where the fossil was found.
I see, so named after the location.
Hmm.
But you said it was ironic.
Because the life of this dinosaur was likely anything but peaceful, there's evidence suggesting it had a violent encounter with another dinosaur, the long-necked Metriacanthosaurus.
Whoa, a clash of the titans.
You could say that.
What kind of evidence are we talking about? Did they find them fossilized together?
Not exactly. The Yangchuanasaurus fossil shows signs of healed injuries, specifically on its shoulder blade.
Healed injuries, like battle scars.
Exactly. And these injuries match the kind of damage that could be inflicted by the powerful tail of a Metriacanthosaurus.
So it was whacked by a Metriacanthosaurus tail. Ouch.
It probably wasn't a pleasant experience.
No kidding. It's amazing that we can see those ancient battles in the fossil record.
It really paints a vivid picture of life back then, doesn't it?
It does. It shows that even top predators had their challenges.
Absolutely. Life in the Jurassic was a constant struggle for survival, even for the most powerful creatures.
It makes you wonder, though, if there was something out there even bigger than Yangchuanosaurus and Sinraptor.
Well, get ready for this. In 2008, paleontologists discovered a single massive tooth in the Sichuan Formation.
A single tooth.
That's all they found, but this tooth was far larger than any known Yangchuanosaurus teeth.
Okay, a giant tooth. That definitely gets the imagination going. What does the experts think about this mysterious giant tooth?
Based on its size and shape, they estimated that it belonged to a Metriacanthosaurid that could have reached 10 to 11 meters or more in length.
Wow. So there's potentially a supersized Metriacanthosaurid out there.
It seems that way.
But all we have is this one tooth.
Sadly, yes, for now. The rest of the skeleton remains a mystery.
A true Jurassic enigma.
You could say that, but there have been other fragmentary fossils found, pieces of vertebrae and limb bones.
So there's a chance we might find more of this supersized predator someday.
There's always hope.
That's what makes paleontology so exciting. There's always something new to discover.
Absolutely. And the Sichuan Formation seems to be full of surprises.
I bet. It makes you wonder how much more is out there just waiting to be unearthed.
Exactly. There's still so much we don't know about the Jurassic period.
And I'm sure we'll learn even more as paleontologists continue to dig up the past.
I have no doubt about that.
Welcome back for the final part of our Metriacanthosaurid adventure.
I'm ready to wrap up our Jurassic journey.
Perfect. We've covered a lot of ground, from Yangchuanasaurus in the Sichuan Basin to Sinraptor in the harsh deserts of Xinjiang.
And let's not forget that mysterious giant tooth.
Right, the potential supersized Metriacanthosaurid. There's still so much to discover.
Absolutely. But before we get ahead of ourselves, I think it's important to take a step back and consider the bigger picture.
Okay, I like where this is going.
What is the legacy of Metriacanthosaurids? How do they fit into the grand scheme of dinosaur evolution?
That's a great question. I mean, they're not as famous as T-Rex or Triceratops.
True, but they played a crucial role in shaping the evolution of predatory dinosaurs.
Okay, I'm intrigued. Tell me more.
Well, Metriacanthosaurids represent a key stage in the evolution of theropods, that group that includes all carnivorous dinosaurs.
Right, the meat eaters.
Exactly. And they were among the first large-bodied theropods to evolve.
So kind of like the trailblazers for the big predators that came later.
You got it. They paved the way for the even larger and more specialized predators like T-Rex that would dominate later periods.
Wow, so they were the forerunners of some of the most iconic dinosaurs. That's amazing.
It really is. They helped establish that fundamental theropod body plan.
The bipedal stance, powerful legs, sharp teeth, the whole package.
The whole package. And those characteristics proved incredibly successful for hunting.
It's clear to see why they were so successful.
And their influence didn't stop there. Another important aspect of their legacy is their geographic distribution.
Right, we talked about how they were primarily found in Asia.
Exactly. And that suggests that Asia was a real hotbed for early theropod evolution during the Jurassic.
So Asia was like a dinosaur innovation hub. That's fascinating.
It was. And it's another piece of the puzzle in understanding how dinosaurs evolved and spread across the globe.
It's like a global detective story, with each continent holding its own clues.
I like that analogy. And speaking of mysteries.
Ooh, yes. The mysteries, we can't forget about those.
We've talked about some of the unsolved mysteries surrounding Metriacanthosaurids.
Like the identity of that giant predator from the Shugu Formation.
Exactly. Just one tooth, but it hints at an incredible creature.
It really makes you wonder what else is out there waiting to be discovered.
It does, but even with the fossils we already have, there are still so many questions.
Like what? Give me some examples.
Well, one of the big ones is their evolutionary relationships.
You mean where exactly they fit on the dinosaur family tree?
Exactly. We know they're theropods, but their precise placement within that group is still up for debate.
So are they more closely related to allosauroids or megalosauroids? It sounds like a tough puzzle to solve.
It is. Paleontologists are meticulously analyzing every detail of their skeletons, comparing them to other theropods.
Looking for clues in their bones.
Precisely. They're also using advanced techniques like phylogenetic analysis.
I've heard of that. It uses computer algorithms to create those evolutionary trees.
It's a powerful tool, and it's helping us piece together the complex relationships between different dinosaur groups.
That's amazing. So the investigation into the Metriacanthosaurid family history continues.
It does. But it's not just about their bones and their place on the family tree.
Oh, right. We also want to know how they behaved.
Exactly. How did they hunt? Did they live in groups or alone? What were their social interactions like?
So many questions.
There are, and sadly, fossilized bones don't always reveal those secrets.
I guess we'll have to use our imaginations a bit.
A bit of imagination and a lot of scientific deduction. We look for clues in their anatomy, their environments, and compare them to modern animals.
It's like being a detective across millions of years.
I like that. We're always searching for more pieces of the puzzle.
That's what makes paleontology so fascinating. There's always something new to learn.
Exactly. And I think that's a perfect note to end on.
I agree. It's been an amazing journey back to the Jurassic period.
It has.
We've learned so much about these incredible predators, the Metriacanthosaurids.
From their powerful jaws and sharp claws to their diverse adaptations and intriguing mysteries.
It's clear that they played a vital role in the dinosaur world.
They were true giants of their time.
And even though they're long gone, their story continues to inspire awe and wonder.
That's the power of paleontology.
It connects us to the distant past, reminds us of the incredible diversity of life on Earth, and sparks our curiosity about the world around us.
Beautifully said. And on that note, I think it's time to bid farewell to the Metriacanthosaurids, at least for now.
Farewell, Jurassic giants. But our exploration of the prehistoric world doesn't end here.
There are countless other fascinating creatures waiting to be discovered.
So until our next deep dive, keep exploring, keep questioning, and never stop learning.
And keep those imaginations roaring.
See you next time.